All right, we're going to go over the practice quiz here. Go over the practice quiz. Take a look at the answers to this. All right, in the first one here, we're going to graph. Use slope-intercept form, put a dot at 1, and walk the slope of 2/3. Rise 2, run 3. Rise 2, run 3. Rise 2, run 3. All right, there is a graph of this line. Do it accurately, okay? And then we're going to graph the second line and figure out where they cross. That's how you solve a system by graphing. -3. 1, 2, 3. Put a dot there, and then up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. Up 2. If you keep walking the slope, you might end up stepping right on the other line. And the point where you step on the first line is the solution to your system. So these two lines cross at the point 3, 3. That is the solution. Done. Okay? So graph them, find out where they cross. All right, number 2. All right, this one we're going to have to take and solve for y. So subtract 2x. Negative y is equal to negative 2x plus 7 divided by negative 1 all the way along. And you get y is equal to positive 2x minus 7. So graph it up. -7 up 2 over 1 again. Up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. So graph that line accurately. 2 over 1. And then let's do the second line. Second line, we'll just have to move the 8 over. It'll be y is equal to 2x plus 8. All right, so put a dot at 8. Up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. Wait a second. These lines are parallel. Notice they had the same slopes. No solution to that system. They both had a slope of 2. They will never cross. All right, next, we'll solve a system by substitution. So substitution is where you take one equation and place it into the other equation. So you got to have one equation that's solved for a single variable. That equation is solved for y. So we're going to take that negative 5x plus 22, and we're going to put it in for y. And now we have an equation with just x's. So we're going to solve this now. Careful when you do the distributive property. That's a -3. So it's going to turn to a positive 15x and a negative 66. All right, so the sign's changed in the parentheses because it was a -3 we were distributing. So it's going to be 18x minus 66 equals 6. We're going to add 66 to both sides. 66 plus 6 is 72. And divide by 18. Got our x answer first here. Let's see. 72 divided by 18 is 4. X equals 4. All right, that means your solution is going to be 4 comma something. Now to get the y half of it, we're going to plug that 4 in to the top equation. We're going to plug it in there, so it's going to be negative 20 plus 22. Y is equal to 2. So 4 comma 2 is your intersection point of those two lines. Could we graph this on Desmos and see that? Sure. All right, substitution for number 4. Now, this one's not ready to be substituted yet, so we will have to take this top equation and negative 3x plus y is equal to 11 and add 3x to both sides. So we're going to have y equals 3x plus 11. So if one of your equations is in slope-intercept form, then it's ready to be substituted. So, okay, this is the equation. Now we're going to substitute it in here for y. So we're going to write 5x minus 2 times 3x plus 11 equals negative 16. So again, we are distributing a -2, so it's going to be negative 6x minus 22 because of this negative right here in front of the 2 equals negative 16. So this is going to be negative 1x minus 22. And we're going to add 22 to both sides. We're going to get negative 1x is equal to positive 6. Then when you divide by negative 1, x is equal to negative 6. Whoops, sorry about that there. All that stuff getting in the way. All right, I'm just gonna write x equals negative 6 down here. Sorry about that. my iPad got away from me. So our solution for number 4 is going to be negative 6 comma something. Now I'm going to take that negative 6 and I'm going to sub it in right here to get my y value. So y is equal to 3 times negative 6 plus 11. So that'd be negative 18 plus 11. Y would equal negative 7. That's where these two intersect. So we're just finding where the two equations are sharing a point. All right, flip it over. We're going to do these by elimination technique. So with elimination technique, we need to have opposites in one column. In number 5, I don't have opposites yet, so I'm going to have to do a multiplication step. I'm going to multiply the top equation by negative 2 to get my x's to vanish. So it's your choice which variable you want to get to vanish, where you can get your opposites, but I'm going to choose the x's here. So negative 2x plus 4y equals 4. And I'm going to slide the other equation over, 2x minus y is equal to 5. And now I'm going to add down. See you later, x's, they're gone. 4y and negative 1y add up to 3y. 4 and 5 add up to 9. I've got my y solution. Y is equal to 3. So in terms of a solution, that's the second ordered part of the ordered pair. Now I'm going to plug that 3 in to either equation. And for y, I can plug it. I'm going to plug it into this bottom one. So I'm going to go 2x minus 3 is equal to 5. So I'm using substitution here. Add 3. 2x equals 8. Divide by 2, and you are done with x. And there's your ordered pair. You've just found where those two lines cross. All right, number 6. Looks like we're going to have a double multiplier because I can't make the 2 turn into a 7, and I can't make the 4 turn into a 5, so I'm going to have to multiply twice. I'm going to get the y's to vanish. I'm going to multiply the top equation times 5, and that'll give me a negative 20 there. And multiply the bottom equation by 4. That's going to make my y's vanish. Let's see what this looks like. 5 times 7x, 35x. 5 times negative 4y, negative 20y. 5 times negative 3, negative 15. Bottom equation, I decided to multiply by 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 5 is positive 20. There's my opposites. 4 times negative 7, negative 28. Ooh, this one's looking wild. I'm getting 43x. I'm like, well, I hope I can divide by 43. My y's are gone. Loving it. Oh, negative 15 and negative 28 do add up to negative 43. Hey, I get to do the division now. X is equal to negative 1. So there is my first half of my solution. Now I have to take that negative 1 and I plug it into one of the originals. I could plug it into one of these bigger ones, but I'm going to plug it into one of the originals. I'm going to plug it into the 2x one just because this one seems to have kind of smaller numbers, so I'm going to plug it in right there for x. So 2 times negative 1 plus 5y equals negative 7. So negative 2 plus 5y, add 2 to both sides. So you get 5y is equal to negative 5. Divide by 5, and y is negative 1. So we get a negative 1, negative 1 intersection point. Again, could you put this in the Desmos? Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, the last 2 questions on the practice quiz are going to be graphs and shades and figure out the overlaps. So looking at those 2 questions. The first equation in first inequality in number 7, we're going to have to work up a little bit. Oops, greater than or equal to 8. Add 4x to both sides. Get that y by itself. 2y is greater than or equal to 4x plus 8. Divide everything by 2. You have y is greater than or equal to 2x plus 4. Okay, that you can graph a little bit. So the second equation here, we don't have to do any changing to because it's already in slope-intercept form. But the first equation, inequality I should say, we're going to go up to 4 and then a slope of 2, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. Both of these are solid because they have the equal to bars. So this is the first one. I'm going to do this one in blue. I'm going to change colors on it here for the second one. And this will shade above. So this is going to shade this way. All right, now the second equation, I'm going to switch colors like I said here. Go a little bit of pink. And I'm going to go to +4 again. And then I'm going to go down 1 over 3. Down 1 over 3. Use that good old slope. All right, I'm going to put a solid line in there. And now this one's a less than, so I'm going to shade below. I'm just going to send my shade this way. My final solution is all of this zone. Okay, got that done. Those are the points that are in both of the shades. All right, last one, a triplet. We got a triplet going on here. So first one, this is a vertical line. I'm going to stick with this pink here. And it's less than, so I'm going to shade left. So we got +5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And make a vertical line there. It is solid. Everything's solid because I see equal to bars, so don't have to worry about dashing up any lines on Dasher, on Dancer, on Prancer, on Vixen. And I'm going to shade left because it does say less than. So I'm shading all this stuff to the left side of that vertical line. All right, switch colors on you here. A little bit green for this one. This one's going to shade below. Actually, both of these are going to shade below. All right, x + 2. So intercept at 2, slope of 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. All right, solid line that thing. And I'm going to shade below that, so I'm shading this way off the green. So right now I've got some green and pink overlap. And I'm going to do the third one. And I'm going to throw that, let's throw a little bit of, I don't know, orange at that one. All right, this one's going to shade below as well. The line has an intercept of 1 and a slope of 2. Up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. So a little bit steeper line than the green line. Positive slope though. Solid. All right, and this one's going to shade below as well, so that's going to shade this way. And the area where we have pink, green, and orange is this region right here. So we got this region here, follows the green over to the pink, follows the pink down. So this region right here is the overlap. All right, we didn't get just a triangle in this one. Okay, hopefully this helped you.